Superhero movies and anime are among the most popular forms of entertainment today, and they can be watched on television, cinema, and online platforms. These are mostly derived from comics. At the moment, we have two popular types of comics: the English comics and the Japanese comics called the manga. Today, we are also examining their history and variations. While other comics such as Korean and Chinese manhwa are becoming more popular, our focus for now is solely on these two. Welcome, and this is Cognition Media. Before we begin, we would like to say that everything we share in this video is based on our research. Please let us know in the comment section if there are any things we missed. Let's take a brief look at the history of comics and manga. Before the 19th century, there were many drawings similar to comics. Up until the establishment of a comic strip featuring speech bubbles by Richard F. Alcott's The Yellow Kid, which was printed in the New York World newspaper. During the 20th century, Adventures of Tintin published by Hergé in Belgium and The Funnies published by America were both popular with young readers. Then DC Comics launched Action Comics #1, which features Superman that was written by Jerry Siegel and illustrated by Joe Shuster. These are the beginnings of the superhero comics. American comics became popular worldwide after the adoption of animation and movies like Superman, Batman, X-Men, and the Avengers. During the 19th century, Japan also employed comic-style drawing. The term manga was first coined by Rakuten Kitazawa, who is considered the founder of modern manga. Manga is the Japanese word for whimsical pictures. It was not popular until the end of World War II. During this time, manga artists such as Machiko Asagawa, who produced Sasei-san, and Osamu Tezuka, who made Astro Boy, gained tremendous popularity. A few years later, manga became a cultural phenomenon. It has not yet been introduced to the world, unlike American comics, which has a greater impact. The manga's anime adaptation was introduced to various Southeast Asian countries, including South Korea, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Then it became popular in the 1980s and 90s, until the early 2000s, when the internet worldwide transitioned from dial-up to DSL. This is where everyone has access to online manga and anime websites. Although most of this site is illegal, it helps to increase its popularity around the world. Now that we know their background, let's discuss the distinction between comics and manga. Number 1. The art. One of the main differences between English comics and manga is the art. Manga's art was more cartoonish than most English comics, with exaggerated proportions in the eyes or other parts of the body. Although this style is also used by English comics to make it more appealing to readers. Another difference is that most English comics are printed in color while manga is printed in black and white, because it is basically lighter and cheaper and because of the publisher's strict deadlines. On occasion, color was incorporated in the front pages and covers of their manga volumes. Number 2. The creators. Western comic creators are well known in the US, Europe, and other parts of the world, including Stan Lee of Marvel Comics. Even though they are creators, many of them lack the rights to their own works, as the publisher they collaborate with owns them. For example, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster created Superman, but they don't own the rights to the character. Following its popularity, they decided to fight for ownership against DC Comics. while Image Comics creators held ownership rights to their creations, which included Todd McFarlane's Spawn and Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead. In Japan, mangakas have the right to their creations while their publishing companies supervise them. This is why anime, video games, live-action series, and movies based on manga have their own copyrights. Number 3. The writer and the artist. Western comics, especially American comics, are commonly known for having different artists and writers in each series. For example, Uncanny X-Men issue number 277 is written by Chris Claremont and illustrated by Jim Lee. Then in issue 280, Fabian Nicieza is the writer, and Steven Butler and Andy Kubert are the illustrators. These two issues are part of the Muir Island saga. In Japanese manga, the manga artist is usually both the writer and the illustrator. The artist won't stop being both writer and artist until the series ends. Unlike the English comics, Akira Toriyama of Dragon Ball, Eiichiro Oda of One Piece, Hiromi Arakawa of Full Metal Alchemist, and Koyoharu Gotoke of Demon Slayer are one of the famous mangakas who write and draw their manga. While there are mangas that has separate writer and illustrator, one of the examples is Death Note, which is written by Tsugumi Oba and illustrated by Takeshi Obata. Another one is One Punch Man, which is written by One and illustrated by Yusuke Murata of Ice Shield. Some manga were continued by other artists, such as Berserk, where the original manga artist Kentaro Miura died on May 6, 2021, and his manga was continued by Studio Gaga. Number 4. The process of creating issues or chapters. Although they are both comics, the process has slight difference. The common process in English comics is number 1. Writing the story. 2. The story will be reviewed by the editor before making revisions. 3. After receiving approval, the illustrator will begin drawing with a pencil. 4. After the pencil illustration, the photocopy will be sent to the inker. 5. Once the illustration is inked, it will be given to the colorist for painting. 6. Next, they send it to the publisher for printing. Here, we will see 5 persons involved: the writer, the editor, the illustrator, the inker, and the colorist. Let's look at the process in manga. 1. Writing the story, or more commonly known as name. 2. The story will be reviewed by the editor and then any necessary revisions will be made. 3. After approval, the manga artist will begin sketching the main characters and the main scene, while the manga artist assistants draw the background and the side characters. The manga artist made sure to choose his assistant based on their style and his own. 4. Once the sketch is complete, the mangaka will begin inking the characters and the assistants will finish inking the side characters and the background. Sometimes, the manga artist inks the entire page. 5. A black and white screen tone will be applied after the inking. In the manga, the people involved are the manga artist, the editor, and the assistants. Number 5. Story length. Comics were well known for their lengthy stories, but only a few reached their end, such as Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead and Invincible. In comics, particularly those featuring superheroes, there are story sagas that are written and drawn by different writers and artists, as I previously mentioned. But manga is different. Since it has only one writer and artist, their story has an ending. But there are mangas that have a long story, such as Detective Conan, Dragon Ball, and One Piece, and famous manga that ended recently, such as Naruto, Attack on Titan, and Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel and be updated to our latest videos.